Our very first guest on the PurpleRoom podcast, ladies and gentlemen, fellow roomies, welcome with me, Demi. Hi, Demi. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
That's good. So please introduce yourself. Let the fellow roommates know who you are and what you do.
Hello everyone. My name is Mrs. Aderinsola Justin. I got married 2 months ago, so I'm not yet used to the Mrs. I used to be Adele Aderinsola. Now I'm Justin.
Mrs. J.
Married to
Mr. J.
Anambra guy, you know. Alright, so I'm the CEO of Lapis Jewelries and Accessories.
Yes.
I'm into jewelries, beautiful accessories, exquisite ones, and I'm also a 9-to-5er, a medical laboratory scientist. It's nice to be here.
It's nice to have you here.
Thank
Guys,
you.
I'm super excited she took out time to record this podcast. I've been planning and scheduling, but the Lord came through. Right, it's so nice to have Mrs. J, right, in the building. So nice to have you here. So, give us a rundown of your business, right? What's the name of your business? I think you've mentioned it before, but I just want the listeners and our roomies to know about it. What's the name of your business? What do you do? What does your business entail? Things like that.
Okay, so like I said before, my jewelry business name is Lapis. On Instagram, it's Lapis Jewelries. LIPIS Jewelries. On Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat, on WhatsApp. In short, we are everywhere. So what we do majorly
Patronize us.
Hey, we're majorly into jewelries for majorly for female actually. Into mini importation of earrings, bracelets, bangles, anklets, brooches, name it. Very beautiful accessories. That's what we do majorly on Lapis Jewelries.
That's cool. And you guys see our very first PurpleRoom podcast, earrings. You guys, from Lapis Jewelries. And see my ring. It's giving. So patronize the brand, guys. The reason I invited Mrs. J, but I'll just call her Darren here, is because we've been having the series on adulting, right? And we had a discussion on money. And a few of the roomies, right, on the podcast were like, okay, how do they make money? How do they go into business? Some of them even have businesses already, right? How do they do this entrepreneurship journey? So I wanted us to glean from her own experience, which is why I invited her to the podcast. So I wanted you to tell us, how did Lapis Jewelry start? When did you start? How long have you been in business? But basically give us a rundown of your story.
Okay, so this business actually started in a very funny way in 2020. Lapis Jewelry will be 4 years in February 2024. It started in a way I was actually at work as a 9-to-5er, a medical laboratory scientist. I was really looking out to have a business of my own that would not require too much of my attention and would not stress me while I'm also making my money. You get?
Yeah.
So I thought about it, I prayed, I needed a business idea, what would click and give me so much of peace of mind. So I was at work on a shift and a colleague of mine walked in and she was like, I saw the jewelry she was wearing. I'm like, I like this earring. Where did you get it from? It's so beautiful. I would love to have for myself. And she was like, I bought it at so market and it's quite cheap. If you don't mind, I'll take you there. I'm like, okay, let's go there. Let's see what's up. So I'm like, okay, this weekend I'm off work. Would you be available? She said yes. Okay. We dashed into the market. So getting to the market, my whole intention was to get jewelries for myself.
Yeah.
That was my plan. So getting to the market, I saw beautiful items. They were quite affordable, and I just like, okay, let me buy. I can just start this business. So though I had in the mind of getting a business for myself, but even at that moment, I still didn't see occur to me to start a jewelry business. I was like, I can actually get these earrings. So that was how I got earrings, and I was getting all the jewelries in the name of all my friends. I got a earring. I'm like, this earring is going to look good on Demi Sola. Let me buy this one for Demi. I'm sure Zainab would like this earring. Let me buy this earring so I can sell to her. That was how I got the jewelry. I got about 20 pieces of jewelry, and that was just how it started. So getting back to work, I told my friends at work, my colleagues, I'm like, I started jewelry business, so I bought this earring. I'm sure you like it, and I'm sure you like this one. So I brought this bracelet. To my surprise, I sold everything I bought. And more people were like, and you didn't buy for me. I would have loved to have this earring, but you didn't remember me when you're doing your shopping.
Wow.
That was how the business started.
Wow.
It was just, I was so excited. I was like, oh God, so this is what I actually prayed for. And God answered me with peace. It was quite easy for me, like starting the business. It was just like, it came with ease. No much of pressure. It's not kind of business that I'll be scared of. Hope this item will not
hope it will
expire
sell.
on me. Hope it will sell.
Hope it will
Hope
spoil.
it's not perishable. It's like so it's been a beautiful journey so far. And gradually from there, buying from Nigeria market, I graduated buying from outside
global,
now,
international.
We import from China.
Oh, Wasaloba. I mean, that is so beautiful. Your story is so beautiful. Roomies, I think one of the lessons I'm learning is when we pray about something, or when we're even trusting God, especially in relation to business, we shouldn't miss out on the little coincidences or the little things that will pop up as ideas, right? Like your friend just coming in and saying, oh, she knows a place in the market, and she taking you there, and also you taking advantage of the opportunity at that moment to try it out. So like taking risks and not just sitting down and saying, well, we don't know whether people will buy, or you don't know whether this thing will sell, right? And that's so beautiful. 4 years. Hey, this Lagos, ladies and gentlemen, if you know how many businesses that have started and stopped, but it's amazing your consistency and growth as well. Well done, Lapi.
Thank you.
That's
you so much.
lovely.
Thank you.
Now, my next question is navigating this business. It's been 4 years. I'm sure there have been ups and downs. Right, I want you to share with us, if you can, if you will, please, any of maybe 1 or 2 of your major business lessons, right? Major business lessons that you've learned in these 4 years.
So far, I would really base majorly on the challenges of this business, because nothing comes so easily, So being a 9-to-5er and also running a business, it's not easy at all. It's not easy. It's it demands attention, but not so much at some point. But it demands attention because running a business, and you want your customers to trust you, you need to put in a lot into it to gain the trust of your people, and at the same time you need to give in time to your major job you're doing. So it's the challenges I've had in course of this business so far is majorly on delivery, like I would say, because me running a 9-to-5, I go to work literally. I run shifts and I go to work almost every day of the week, and in fact sometimes I go to work during the weekend. So it's kind of a little bit difficult for me when I have orders from customers. I need to send out orders, and at the same time I have to be at work. So it's kind of challenging because I find it so difficult sometimes to balance the delivery time with my 9-to-5, because working. I need to tell the customer, at some point I have to tell the customer, I'm sorry, can you please give me a day to package your order? Like, it's beginning to look out to some people like, does she really have this item? Because I don't see a reason why you should be telling us you deliver so day when you have the items. And even sometimes and even sometimes some customers need their items almost immediately. And the fact that I don't have a walk-in store, I do an online sale, so it's kind of a bit difficult because customers want their orders delivered almost immediately. Let's assume there's a walk-in store, they can easily walk in and pick up the item. But because I have to deliver within the time frame they need the items, and I have to be at work, sometimes I have to just be like, I'm confused, what do? I have to start looking out for neighbors in my house. Please, can you please hold this item for me till a dispatch rider comes pick it up? So that's a very big challenge in the business in terms of keeping up with time to deliver to customer. Another thing that I have as a big issue, I won't really call it an issue, as a big challenge, is taking good pictures. It's not easy. It takes a village for me to take a good picture. Sometimes I will have to snap like 10-20 pictures of a particular item before I get satisfied, like, okay, I think I like this picture, I can post it.
Content creation,
so that part of it, oh god, creating that content is not easy. But well, it's not easy, but regardless, is still a good one. I'm still making my money, which is the major thing about this business. The money still coming in. So that's about that. Thank you.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much, Derry. I mean, it's amazing. And when you were explaining those challenges,
Yeah.
you spoke about your 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So I want you to explain to people, because it's like they don't understand that people actually, like, you're actually working in healthcare, like
Yeah.
you have a job in healthcare. So I want you to explain to them your role as a healthcare professional, how you have to do that every day, and then how you find time to navigate working, working a 9 to 5, and at the same time working your business, and now marriage, because Mrs. J is married.
Okay. Okay, at that part, you see, it's still part of the challenge I complain about. Managing my 9 to 5 with my business is kind of
Yeah.
but I have to come to work early in the morning, get ready to be at work on the morning shift. I have to be at work by 8:30, and getting to my place of work, I have to leave my house as early as 6 a.m. I have to leave my house to be at work, and I like running a shift. I have to be at work till 5:30, and we all know Lagos traffic. Before getting back home is already late in the evening. So that's a very big one for my 9 to 5. I'm a medical laboratory scientist. I work on human samples, urine, stool, bodily fluid. I work on bodily fluid. So it's actually demanding. It takes time, because I have to put in your best to get a good result, like get accurate results for patients. So when I'm at work, I really need to focus on the 9 to 5 job. I have to put a whole focus on it, because it has to do with people's life as at stake. My result determines what happens to the person. So I have to put that in focus, like put my business aside. And sometimes while I'm trying to juggle all of this together, I'm receiving calls, messages, customers are calling, do you have this item? Like, sometimes I just try to ignore those messages because I need to focus on this first. So and aside from that, adding married to it is that's another divided attention. I'm loving the attention anyway. I'm loving the distraction rather. I'm loving the distraction is actually necessary, because I wanted it, I prayed for it, and I got it. So this new phase, adding it to the business, it's actually a lot, but it's actually a lot, but it's also fine when you try as much as possible to work around it. I've been trying to work around it. It's not been so easy, but I'm still coming out fine.
Thank you so much, Derry. I mean, I think one thing I picked from it is the ability to actually focus on one task at a time.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, there's this thing where they say you have to be multitasking, you have to be able to do everything at the same time, but in the end you just find out that you're burning out on all ends and you're not able to achieve anything. So like you said, when you are at your 9 to 5, you try to ensure that you give your best at your 9 to 5. In the spare hours, maybe in the mornings when you come before you start work, you're able to do the things that you need to do regarding your business, and then after work as well regarding your business. It's amazing. And guys, like we've been preaching on this podcast, life, everybody is still navigating it. Everybody is still, you heard what she said about learning. It's still something, it's a whole process, right? Everybody is still trying to discover who they are, what they're about, life, marriage. And this general thing called adulting, right? So it's a journey. You shouldn't be in a rush. She's been doing this for 4 years now. That's a long time. That's a course, as in you're going to university, you graduate. Oh yeah, that's it. And she has over the years been consistent. She has over the years just put out quality, just put out excellence, which is one of the reasons why I was very particular about bringing her to the podcast. So thank you so much, Derry, for sharing with us. So I think just before we round up, if you have any advice for any person, and especially a young adult, so people in their like 20s, maybe like 18, 20s, or even people in school, right, that aspire to have a business like this, or aspire to have whatever business it could be, and they don't know how to navigate it, or even somebody that's working a 9 to 5 and the person is thinking of what kind of business can they do, what advice would you give to them?
Okay, it's actually, the major key is consistency. You need to be consistent if you have to make it here, because honestly, nothing comes easily. Like, you just need to be consistent. Put your energy, no matter how little it is that you have at your hand, put it into it, and you get the outcome. Like, no matter how it might be slow, but steady does it. Like, it's gonna be fruitful at the end of it. So I would advise young ones that are so much interested in running a business, just start from somewhere. One of the most lucrative business right now is jewelry. You can actually start jewelry business from as small as 10, in fact 5,000 naira can start a business right now. You can start something, just start from somewhere. You don't have to start big. I started small, like I mentioned in my first part of the podcast. I mentioned how I went to the market. All I bought was not even up to 10,000 naira when I started. So like now, like, we are growing, importing items worth of 300k, 500k. So you start from somewhere. You just have to start. If you don't start, you won't grow. That's the point. You need to start gradually. And I'm always available. I'm proud of myself. I can proudly say I've been able to enlighten and taking people to the market while I still import from Nigeria, buy from Nigeria market. I've taken friends and family to the market to start the business, because it's actually not the sky is big enough for everybody. So I've taken friends to the market to start the business because I just want everybody else to benefit from it. So I'm always available. If there's anyone that needs coaching, like, you need the update, you need training on how to go about this business, jewelry business, I'm here for you. I'm available. You can always reach me.
You will pay money for us to train you.
You can always reach me on my Instagram and just send me a DM, and I'll be ready to respond.
I'll put her handle in the description box below, so everybody just gets an idea of it. Thank you so much, Derry. Like, welcome. Even me, I'm just taking gems. I'm just like receiving. So beautiful.
Thank you so much.
On a final note, so as I said earlier, we've been talking about adulting, right? So I just want to ask you this question. I want you to share your thoughts. Adulting, is it a scam?
It's not scam. I won't say it's scam, but the impression of what we have while growing up, the picture of when I grow up, I want to do this, it doesn't come that easy. It doesn't at all, but in all, adults would know it's scam. Everybody will get there. And it depends on how much you prepare yourself at this stage before getting into the adulthood. So preparation for the future ahead determines a lot. It goes a long way and it means a lot. So adults would know this scam.
Adulthood is not a scam.
I'm proud to be an adult, so I'm not scammed.
Thank you so much, Derry. Thank you, beautiful roomies, for tuning in. That is it on the podcast today. I hope everyone, caught some lessons, because I was just really, really blessed sitting down here, just listening, hosting this, right? So send in your comments, your questions. Also, if you would like any mentoring or training sessions, like she said, I'll put her description box below. You can always reach out to her as well. And if you would like to patronize the business, because this quality, are you seeing it? See, like, we have a PurpleRoom what earrings, like, her quality is, and the earrings that I have bought from her, they last, they don't tarnish. Real quality, like, and it's very rare to see vendors who give you quality like that. So thank you guys. That's it on the podcast, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.